Welcome back to the Into the Breach campaign. Continue Rift Walkers. We've done detritus, snow, desert. Let's go to the Archive Inc. Let me remind myself what we were doing. Oh, right. Electric Whip, the weird cascading resonator that will do a lot of self-damage because it does +1 damage and opener, but we heal the damage over turn. And then Gemini missiles on the artillery mech, so we have a lot of burst damage. Let's give it a go. I should have looked at what the Vec were. I completely forgot. Block Vec spawning, end with 8 spaces on fire. This is actually a pretty easy one to do. The whip combined with the cascading rocket is gonna light a lot of the forests on fire, but I wanna go to the block Vec spawning so we can get to the power core as quickly as possible. And the Tumblebug will be able to hit a building, so I'm gonna put a mech here to block the shot. And then I also forgot about the fact that we have these damn leaders too, but the worst he can do is maybe hit one building. He's probably gonna go for the mechs though. That would be ideal. Do we have enough movement? We do. Wigbreaker says, good luck, this game is hard. Into the Breach is very hard, but oh, you bastard. I've had some pretty good runs. This is unfair difficulty. I've only run unfair since the Advanced Edition content came out, and I've only lost one campaign, but it was as the Heat Stinkers, which is a really, I think they're pretty poor. I think the Heat Stinkers are pretty bad. So there's no whip chain, I'm noticing. I can kill this unit though, very helpful. I can, there's a lot of stuff under attack, unfortunately. I'm trying to see how I can actually get this, because I gotta deal with the moth and the tumblebug and the burrower and this moth. So honestly, this tumblebug is probably gonna live. Brendan Toad says, I'm bad at Into the Breach, any tips? Play on an easier difficulty until you get the hang of it, for sure. Think about what the enemy is going to do before they move. You know, when you spawn in and you choose your spawn points, think. This unit is melee. It has 3 movement. Where could it go? Can I trick it into attacking my mech and then just walk out of the way? If there's a firefly, maybe I would have put a mech here to try to bait the shot down the line, and then I could just step out of the way. Then you don't have to deal with that unit for a turn. Just try to think about stuff like that, helps a lot. This is an awkward one. I could obliterate my own units. I'm just trying to see if there's like any good artillery shot, and I don't really see one. That'll kill the burrower, which is nice. But you're still hitting a building and I can't deal with you. The rocket's not gonna kill anything. I sold my ability that could push, and I think I'm understanding why this is a bad idea. I can't push, I can't punch, I can't shoot. So I have to kill a unit in order for it to actually stop attacking a building. Ah, hold up. That saves 2 buildings. That stops you. But this doesn't stop you, and you're gonna still destroy a building, which is not good. I think I cannot prevent one building from being destroyed because I have no push. If I had the punch, I could punch you out of the way. If I had the shot, I could shoot you out of the way, but I got rid of this equipment, so really the best thing I can do is like this. However, if I'm gonna do that, it's probably better just to let both of these units hit this building and then just kill these units here. Or just, you know, kill this guy. But then we're not killing him. So yeah, like the best idea I can think of is, maybe just moving back here and then killing him with a rocket. It doesn't even kill him. So maybe what we should do is... That's pretty bad. Okay. Whip you. Rocket you. Shoot you. But then 2 buildings are still under attack. I think I'm just gonna have to shoot here to push. The Tumblebug leader is gonna live, which is a pain. But I can kill the Tumblebug Alpha and then I can maybe wound the Alpha Moth. I'd love to kill this leader on this turn, but I'm not gonna be able to. Yeah. And we don't even have buildings immune, so I can't shoot my own building. Glee. All right, well, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Where are you gonna move? You should probably kill this guy. Maybe we should kill the freaking Alpha, I don't know. If they lined up a little bit better, this would work, but they didn't. With the artillery shot, the Gemini missiles, the Miskels. Okay. If I do it like this, I can block a spawn. So we'll block a spawn. I will kill you. And now I'm stuck. I'm only, I'm not taking that much damage, I'm taking 2. And you know what, this guy's gonna help me kill this fool, so sure. You're gonna kill him, we're gonna lose 2 power. This was not played well, but I understand what I did wrong. What I did wrong was not taking push equipment. I should not have sold it on the last island. I should have, don't take the whip and instead save the push tank shot so that I could push this unit out of the way. The Moth could not hit a building. I can't do that anymore. So we really do need push equipment, I think. I've mishandled this for sure. On the bright side, this is the exact value I want out of the Gemini rocket, so we're just gonna take this shot. You can block a spawn, whip him. We need to block spawn, so I think I'm just gonna block a spawn. You know what? Take the shot. This unit's gonna be on fire. We're gonna still have the perfect island, and losing 2 power is not the end of the world, but I know my mistake now. Gemini rocket, I see a good Gemini rocket right here. You can repair. 2 enemies next turn. I mean, we're definitely not gonna get equipment here, so really, if the enemies cluster together more, I could do more damage to them. But one big issue is these boulders. I'm gonna have a hard time. I'm gonna have a hard time with these boulders here, for sure. For sure, dude. So whip. No, just shoot him with the rocket first so you don't blow yourself up. Then whip him. You can repair. Like if there's a lot of like 4 HP enemies, we could get good value out of that cascading resonator, but since they had 5, it's really hard to kill them. And the leaders are having like 6. Defend the armored train. We're gonna blow up the train. We're definitely gonna blow up the train. Oh, the freaking tumble bugs, dude. Please. 1, 2. Please tumble bug me right here so I can just walk out of the way. Thung. A power cell. We're gonna, oh, the Scorpion can't move there. He's gonna move here now. So that's what I mean by thinking about what the enemy is gonna do before they do it. Understand how they can move. So the Tumblebug is probably gonna hit this building then, or maybe my mech. He's not gonna shoot this or this. 3 movement, he could shoot here. He's shooting the building here, it's unfortunate. What are you doing? You're hitting a building. You're just hitting mechs, so I don't really care about you. You're hitting your friend, which is weird. This is a weirdly okay whip. I'm not gonna say the only problem. The big problem, well, our mech dies, which is a big problem, but this rock explodes into a building. Our units are also kind of like stuck together a little bit, but we can free ourselves like this. I actually like this. I like this a lot. Oh, it doesn't free the mech though. And if we whip, it'll still explode this and kill us. And you're still hitting the building. That destroys the time pod, which would be less than ideal. Trying to see how we can save this building as well from the Scorpion. We have the artillery support, but it only does 2 damage. 2 damage plus the cascading resonator would do it, or 2 damage plus a whip would do it, but the whip would go through and destroy the artillery support. We could whip first, but then we're still not saving this building or this building. Mistakes have been made, potentially. Okay, what about using artillery support and artillery mech to break these 2? You're still gonna hit a building though. We're gonna lose a lot of power on these missions because we lost our push equipment. That's what made this squad great early, and I've completely thrown it away for an electric whip and a rocket. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. However, this the whip, the shot, the rocket means we only take 1 grid power. I think that's as good as it gets. This seems like the better play, but I don't think it is because our mech is stuck and they can't move at all. And the whip doesn't free them. Getting rid of the moth helps a lot. Alternatively, could we push the moth? Well, it's not the way you want to do it. Push the moth into the tumblebug. The whip kills him, but we still die in the process. But if the moth dies, we can move out of the way. We don't necessarily need to whip this guy, but if we rocket him, he's gonna explode anyway, so. Because we can't push the boulder. The boulder is gonna be there and explode. All right, I will accept. This destroys the time pod. I'll accept we have done this improperly. I don't want to destroy the time pods. I'm gonna look for another option, which is let a building go, like a whole building, a double wide. Nah, not good. Could lose 3 grid power? Yeah. Artillery ×2 to kill the, or to hide that. If we're gonna, we don't need to hide the burrowers if we're just gonna shoot the burrowers. It'd be more important to do this to kill him, and then this guy can just move out of the way and not attack. It's more effective. But we still lose our pilot by doing this, our tank, unfortunately. Unless we can get him out somehow, which we can't do. Except if we do it like, okay, hold on. we do it like this, oh, it's gonna destroy a building. If we do it like this, okay? Disappear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoot here. Shoot here. Whip. The tumblebug dies, but the moth doesn't. And if the moth doesn't die, he's gonna take out 2 buildings, we're gonna lose 3 total. I don't see a way out of this except killing the pilot, which I don't wanna do. And even if we do this to kill the pilot, we still can't kill these other units because the pilot's stuck. So, an unfortunate situation. What about this? Huh? This is actually terrible. Yeah, we could whip the scorpion, but we need the whip to deal with all these other units. Whip first? No, because that's not gonna work. It's gonna kill your boy. I should have paid attention, because I didn't. I didn't realize the burrowers would move before the tumblebug. I for some reason, I assumed that he would move first and enter into this tile, which is what I wanted. The burrowers have locked me in place, because the tumblebug blocked me in place with the freaking rock. I've screwed myself on this one. Like, free yourself. Move out of the way. Whip, shoot. We're gonna lose 3 power. We're gonna lose 3 power. So if we're gonna lose 3 power, I'm gonna accept it. I'm going to kill the moth. Actually, the better play is blocking the spawn, which doesn't work, right? All right, kill the moth. It's gonna blow up the rock, which is gonna do damage to the building, unfortunately. And we need to still whip these guys. If we do it like this, it won't kill us. It will bring us down to 1 HP though. Oh, wait a minute. We can kill the scorpion if we do it like this. It's gonna freaking hurt though. I like it. Because it's stupid. Actually, it's gonna kill us. Because we have to shoot our gun, which is gonna hurt us. I'd like to not lose the pilot. So let's see. It's so close to being good. It really is, but it's just not good. It's just not good at all. We won't be able to shoot with our tank. You know what? Is that a big deal? The tumblebug will hit 1 building. What do we care? We'll just repair with the tank. You know what? Jeez, that hurts. But this, we're gonna lose 1 power anyways, even if we took the shot. So why not just do it like this? You're boosted, so you repair for 2 anyways. We're gonna lose 1 power. To only lose 1 power, I think, by not shooting, is a big brain play. We can come out with a net positive if we don't take any more damage here. God, I hate you. You're at least not doing anything and blocking a spawn. Okay, don't kill him. You still have your titanium rockets, or whatever the heck it's called. You can get a kill here. You get the kill here, do it right now. Although, nah, get the kill. Whip this son of a gun. Do it from this side. You're gonna block a spawn. You gotta go. And you have to go in a manner that won't blow up the rock, which means we need to shoot here. Then we can rocket you. Okay, there's gonna be 2 enemies next turn. Why are you boosted? Because you got a kill. Beautiful. Now, the turn after this one is gonna be real hard. I expect there to be like 4 to 5 units. We might not be able to kill everything on this turn. You know what? That's technically a kill. You can get rocketed. You can block a spawn. Actually, we're gonna have fewer enemies than I would have expected. Standing in fire removes the fire and gives the mech a boost. Beautiful. Not like we need it, but good to know. I thought we would still be burning, but that's not how it works. You don't burn. There's only 2 enemies, which is fine. Okay, lost 1 power. We're gonna gain 2. It's another tumblebug though. I can at least rocket him to death. The enemies do a very good job of preventing you from doing what you want to do. Need revenge. They do a very good job of preventing you from getting like a 2 kill with the Gemini rockets, or at least that's what it seems like, because I'm getting very unlucky with my Gemini rockets. Or maybe I should just not be taking Gemini rockets. I do love them though, because they do a lot of damage. Okay, lucky. We got lucky. No longer take damage when blocking spawn for 1 power. I don't really have anything else to put the power in, so I think we will take it. Move, maybe, but sure. No damage when blocking spawns means on 1 HP, I won't die. Might be important. Let's continue. 3 repairs, kill 6 or fewer enemies, bad repairs. 6 or fewer is really hard when I have no way of control. End battle with less than 4 mech damage. Tidal waves helps, but I can't push. It's a short mission. And with 8 spaces on fire. I feel like this is very easy to do. We should, it's raining, but I feel like it should be easy to get 8 spaces on fire, and the fire would help us because we can boost, so let's give it a shot. Two. So let's pay attention. Scorpion Leader is gonna move here. It is going to web adjacent units and the building. It doesn't care about friendlies. I don't think that matters. I think that the alpha burrower can still burrow, but if it can't, they're gonna get stuck and just attack the buildings, which is a perfect whip opportunity. The Scorpion Leader being here doesn't mean we can whip into the building, so we kind of want to stand here so that we can just whip through the building. The Tumblebug is going to put a rock probably right here, which is bad, but there's no real better way of doing this to prevent that. Like, even if I try to do this, I might be able to bait out the Tumblebug to put a rock here, but it might just put the rock here. And if I move here, it could put the rock here. So you're understanding the problem there. I guess what we could do is assume that we're going to push the Tumblebug with the artillery mech's 5 damage rocket to kill it. Here, whip, shoot, should still be okay. And then the Firefly's just gonna shoot up and we're just gonna have to tank the shot. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put you there. Let's give it a go. I don't think time pods are affected by the electric whip. Yeah, so it actually does. Oh, you're moved back. You're a dummy. That's good for me. So yeah, I think this is good because a whip and a rocket is gonna get all the kills on all these enemies, and then you can just get killed with the rocket. Like, this is the, I have the hiccups all, I'm sorry, excuse me. I hate hiccups when I'm speaking. This is the ideal turn I thought about when I took the damn electric whip in the first place. You whip. Oh, right, they do burrow. I forgot about that. Okay, well, we're not gonna kill them all, but I will kill, well, I am gonna kill them. They're on fire. It's beautiful. Create more fire. Kill your ass. There's only gonna be one enemy next turn, and we can spend the time just shooting rockets to create fires. So yeah, that's, well, no, there's gonna be 3 enemies because there's still the burrowers, I forgot. I assumed that they would not be able to burrow when wet. That's a bad assumption. Burger, welcome, just in time for the run. It's going better than I thought it would so far, honestly. We're gonna have to let these enemies spawn, but that's okay. Let's rocket. Whip. You're just gonna move back. I can't really do damage to you. I can't really light you on fire, so I'm just gonna, I can't really light anything on fire, so I'm just gonna like, I kinda like standing here actually, because the tumblebug can't do anything. Maybe I'll like, again, I can't really light anything on fire. Maybe I'll just stay here then. Well, no, I should back up 1 so he can't hit me, and then... You know what? If I shoot here, the rock is gonna protect me next turn, and he's still on fire. There you go. He could maybe put a rock down to combo it, but I don't think he'll put the rock in fire. The fire will destroy the rock, I believe. Rocks don't say they're immune to fire. Unless they do? I don't think they do. Scorpions will not, enemies will not stand on the time pod, but bouncers and moths will be able to back up into them accidentally, or incidentally, I should say. So you're on fire, so you walk there to hit the thing, I understand. We're just gonna whip and shoot. We don't have to. The moth is already dead. We could shoot, move, and whip this guy to death. Well, actually, we can't really whip this guy to death. That rock only does 3. Okay, well, you know what? We can do this. The moth will die, Firefly will live. I can grab the time pod, whip this guy. Actually, kind of like that turn. The Firefly lives with full HP, but it does mean that I can kill a Scorpion on this turn. We won't get the boost, but he'll be dead for the next turn, which I really like the idea of. And I can just shoot the Firefly for damage. I don't gotta kill him. Now, I'm gonna take a lot of damage in the process, absolutely, but this is still okay. Oh, you know what? I wanna do it like this. Let's wound him. We're gonna be on fire, but we get boosted, so we should be boosted next turn. Sweet. It's interesting, that ability is basically immunity to fire. It's not even powered, it's just a passive that makes you immune to fire. That's really good. And you know what, just for the hell of it, are you dead? You know what, let's just move out of the way. 9 out of 8 tiles are on fire. Nothing's gonna change that. Repair, end turn. Great mission. The first mission of this island was a little rough. The second mission, we worked out the kinks to an extent. Third mission was beautiful, but it was entirely because of that Scorpion that just locked down his friend. That can act twice if it does not move. Admittedly, that's very tempting here because we can whip twice and do a ton of damage. I think I'm just gonna take it. I think it's just such a damn good pilot. You park yourself next to a building, you lure the enemies in, you whip them. I mean, there's 6 enemies on turn 1 almost all the time. So you know what? Silica, no more. Who's our other pilots? Glader, Foolish. Sam Perez? No, you're Silica. No, you can be Brendan Toda. +2 move when not at full health. Mech can act twice if it does not move. You should also probably get the health raw. The opener mech gain boosted +2 mech HP pilot is really good, but I think parking yourself next to a building and whipping a whole bunch is probably better. Don't whip the train though. So honestly, let's go for the end battle with less than 4 mech damage. I'm gonna park myself next to the building and whip. That's what's gonna happen. And I think it'll work. I think it'll work, damn it. Damn it! Do you name the mechs? Not really. I don't feel the need to name the mechs. We will do the armored train, but we're gonna do it last. Oh, this is last. Oh. Okay, well. Dude, I don't know. Crap. You know, it's tempting to, in that case, to put double shot on the artillery mech, because then they could stand back here, take a shot that will probably kill or push enemies, and then take another shot to also push or kill enemies, but we're not likely to get double shot value with the artillery. We're probably gonna have to move to position ourselves, so I hate to say it, opener might actually be better in this situation. And then we would give you movement. But I still think that because we can't push enemies, this is probably gonna result in the train's death. Then again, the train is not really gonna be under attack because all the enemies are spawning over here, and the train is armored, it could kill things. It's a very tough call. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna park you on the top and just whip twice. I'm gonna park you in front of the building and just whip. +1, you don't need movement. I actually think we use this pilot as well. Boosted on kill means that after we use the 5 damage Gemini missiles, we'll have more 5 damage hegemony missiles? Gemini missiles? And we don't need the immunity to fire anymore. Let's give it a go. Kirko says, whip me. 3 move Scorpion. Do you move first? You do. You're either gonna move behind the building, but you're probably not. The game usually doesn't have enemies move like that. Or you're gonna move here. I move there. That means a tumble bug is probably gonna move behind the building. I think we're gonna lose 1 grid power here. I think that's exactly how it's gonna play out. Our cannon mech is more of an artillery than the artillery now, because they only have the 1 attack. One, two, three. You move first. You're gonna go. Yeah, okay. I like it. I like it. I don't think anyone's gonna attack the train early. As expected. The Scorpion's still probably gonna move adjacent. The Tumblebug is probably gonna move up into the forest tile and put down a bomb. If it attacks directly, that's better, but it's probably gonna put down a bomb. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Still, I think the turn still plays itself. Double whip. will kill a lot. It's not gonna kill the alpha moth, unfortunately. I can kill the killing the tumblebug in the map in the back doesn't matter because the bomb is still gonna go off. We're gonna lose 2 power. Best thing I can do is figure out a way to take the least amount of damage. Not attacking, not attacking. You're attacking a building. I guess I could do it like this. What if we don't whip the building? Shoot here. Well, if we shoot here, we gotta whip the building. Shoot here. You've got 1 HP. You've got 4. Rocket does 4. And then you're still hitting the block. So I don't think we can do it without whipping the building. If I do it like this is the only way to stop this rock from blowing up. If I whip the building, it's gonna blow up. So we let it blow up. If we let it blow up, what's our other actions gonna be? Well, it's gonna flip and hurt. But I do think you do it like this and then shoot to kill the moth. Alternatively, you could just move like this and kill the moth because it's gonna go down to lower amounts of HP. Whip, whip. Whip, whip is not a kill. We need something else to hit the scorpion, in which case, it's also not a kill on the tumblebug. Why did they have to add another train mission? Well, at least the train here is armored. It blocks 1 damage. And it kills enemies that it lands on, but unfortunately that's not good enough for me. Okay, hold up. Because this is an interesting one. If I shoot here, the moth will die, but the scorpion leader takes no damage and the alpha tumblebug still hits the freaking rock. Because I have no other unit that can push right now. I could hit you hard, but that's not lethal. All right, what was the turn? We don't want this in a whip. We want a whip and then that. Whip, then shot, then rocket. A lot of our units are gonna be weak. Well, you're gonna be weak. I think it's the best play. We got 1 resist, which is very surprising. Right, no, wait, we already, yeah, you die. But like, what's weird is I just killed every enemy and there's nothing spawning. So like, we can do a ton of damage. Our buildings get destroyed because of the damn tumblebugs. Okay, I didn't kill every unit. You're still alive. I forgot about you. I'm gonna be honest, I just forgot about you. Who do you think you are? I am. You're boosted, so you should just take a shot. Not like that, you'll kill yourself. Do it like this, you have 3 movement. 1, 2, 3, you cannot block a spawn. So move first. You'll blow up the train. You will also blow up the train. Okay, well hold on, I gotta think. It's important. 3 movement. Dude, can I even stop you from hitting the building? I can whip you. I can't move where I need to go though to stop the burrower. No, I can just use a rocket. Yeah, okay, we can just use a rocket for that. 4 enemies are gonna spawn though, and the train is gonna be blocking me. I won't be able to move in front of the train. I really wanna get in front of the train on this turn so I can be over here to whip, but I can't really whip the train. Yeah, this was probably dumb. We're gonna whip the crap out of this train. We are gonna whip the crap out of this train. Oh geez. Oh geez. All right. I hate not having the rockets either because I really want to have that extra damage. So you know what? I think I'd rather have the extra damage. This unit's not going to be able to do anything. I mean, it's not going to be able to whip anything. And it's going to be completely stuck and isolated. What else are we going to do? I'd much rather have the double rockets that do 5 damage next turn because it can push 2 things away from the damn train. So, whip you. No, we can't whip you. How do we, I need the rockets next turn. So how do we save the rockets? You gotta move there, shoot this guy, but then you have to be able to stop him, which you can't do because you can't move there because you only have 3 movement. We really should have had more movement by now. We can sort of do it like, well, we gotta kill him. I'd rather kill him than leave him at 1 HP, like bumping myself into him. So, are we just gonna have no rockets? No, we. Ah! The only way I see this working is using my Gemini missiles, but I really want to save them for next turn. I really want to save him for next turn, but I don't think I can. Crap. All right. I guess I'd rather get the kill on this turn. Oh, I can move behind the train. Reset turn. If I can move behind the train, this will work. It will kill my mech though, so maybe it doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah. It'll work if I keep this guy at 1 HP. Because I could shoot here, then move behind the train, then shoot this guy, but this guy's gonna live at 1 HP. Is living with 1 HP worth more than Gemini rockets? Good question. Because I'm gonna have to deal with this guy eventually on the next turn. Would I rather kill him and just deal with 4 enemies? I think I'd rather kill him and just deal with 4 enemies and not have the whip available. So, we'll still do it like this. I hate it, but now I have the ability to get the tank into position that it can do something next turn. It can repair. You can't do anything. You can whip again. We should not have done the train mission. We'll still probably get the defense lab though, but we're gonna lose the train. Although these guys do have ranged attacks, so if I get super lucky, you never know. I mean, dare I say it, nothing's attacking the train. Dare I say it, I think we might actually get out of this. You're not doing lethal damage. Oh my god. We're gonna freaking do it. We're gonna keep the train. Because I'm boosted, I can kill you. You're not hitting anything. I don't even need to use the whip. I could. It would kill me. Just end turn. Except that somehow, miraculously, we got out of this only losing 1 grid power and we kept the train alive. Okay. Well, I didn't expect that, but there we go. This pilot is still not maximum level, but the whip has been, it hasn't screwed us. And the pilot hasn't screwed us either. Lucky cookie, yep. So this train, the armored train, can kill an enemy that it hits and it still keeps going. The regular train, if it hits an enemy, it kills them and breaks the train. But the armored train is better because it doesn't break. Who's our boss? Bouncer Leader. Dude, Bouncer Leader, what do I care? I don't even, his ability is he attacks like 3 in a row. Whatever. Whatever. 3 move, 3 move, 3 move, huh? +2 damage is nothing to sneeze at, but I actually think the move we need. Oh, but you're an opener. You do get +2 move on turn 1. You're an opener. You're not an opener. Ideally, you're never gonna move though. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. Let's give it a shot. We still have Perfect Island. So this guy, I think I want him to try to attack me here. He's dead in 1 rocket, which is beautiful. He also attacks 3 tiles. So he's gonna probably hit this building unless I move back 1 and then he tries to move here to hit my tanks, which is probably what's gonna happen. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to put our artillery mech here though to stop the burrower from moving up. The burrower is gonna move here or here and attack 1 building. Correct. Tumblebug. 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This burrower is gonna move here or here to attack this building. Tumblebug is gonna hit the building as well. You know what? If I move artillery mech over, here's why I think you gotta pay attention to what the enemy's doing. I think I can bait this burrower to move 4 tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4, attack down into the building and my tank. The Tumblebug won't have an action because it's 3 movement, 1, 2, 3, can't put him into a position where he can hit a building or place a rock to hit a building. So this Tumblebug's gonna no act in all likelihood. The Bouncer Leader is probably gonna move here and attack my mechs. It could hit this building, but my mechs are a juicier target. The Burrower is gonna move here to attack the buildings, but we have a double whip opportunity still. That'll chain through them. The Scorpion Leader with a movement of 5 can do literally nothing. Ideally, it'll move adjacent to the Burrower, but even if it doesn't, it's not moving. So this is a good start, I think. The only question is what we're gonna do with our units, like who are we gonna shoot? You're probably just gonna try to shoot the freaking Burrower, but actually the Burrower is gonna get hit by the lightning chain, so this should work fine. You hit my units, which is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. I baited correctly. So the Tumblebug and the Scorpion can do nothing. This Burrower is gonna move here and attack this building. You do need to plan for what the enemies are doing, especially in the higher difficulties. But even in the lower difficulties, it's very good practice. You know, what do you think the enemies are gonna do? Can you counter it? Can you stop them? So I'm gonna let the Scorpion Leader live and I'm gonna kill the Tumblebug. I think that's way more important. Because next turn, the Scorpion Leader with 3 movement still cannot hit any buildings. It's still gonna not attack. But with 2 whips, we've killed that leader. And I suppose we might as well hit him. That way we can explode him on the next turn using either of our, or using the cascading rocket, we can blow him up. So we've already destroyed the boss, protected the buildings, and that's entirely because of the turn 1 setup that we did. Turn 0, really. We set up the ideal location for the enemies to stand where we can block all their shots and kill them. Leader says, I love turns like that. And this is also a very good turn. Because we stand still, whip, whip, kills these units, saves the buildings, we move back, shoot the... Actually, what we can do is blow you up, shoot you directly, save a Gemini missile! I love that turn. It's gonna be this, kill the spider, Scorpion, kill the Scorpion, do 3 damage to the adjacent tile, fire off a Artemis, keeps boost, saves a Gemini missile for the next turn, 1 attack, 2 attack. Leveled up, Invulnerable Pilot is not necessarily the best, but I love the Silica Pilot for the double attack. Early game it sucks, late game it's very good. I think this pilot's gonna move back with us as well in time. Plus 2 HP and opener is pretty good. Technician opener could be good as well, but I really like that one. Getting boosted every turn is quite useful. So are you gonna put a rock in the fire? You're gonna do nothing, so. Again, I think we're just going to do virtually the same action, maybe literally the same action. And here I might as well like move forward to do some baiting. Actually, I should get boosted. We're in such a great position. No enemies can really make it to any buildings. Like, if these are melee units, they're just gonna get stuck. The Tumblebug can't even do anything. It's gonna hit me on the next turn, but whatever. I'll take 1 damage and wreck his you-know-what with a double whip. Whip it. Whip it good. Usha says, I managed to get an Arachnophiles win. Congratulations. I enjoyed the Arachnophiles. The spider rocket shot is a lot of fun. All right, that's the one thing you could have done that ruins it. But, oh, and you're a dick. Still, if we take 1 grid power damage, it's still highly acceptable. But there's probably a way out of it. We can block this shot. Can't quite kill you, though. I could save the building by hitting you, because you're only doing 1 damage to a building. If you have to hit it, you have to hit it. Knock you down. Stand here to block the shot. You know what? Oh, that doesn't quite get the kill. He's gonna have 1 HP, and he's gonna shoot the damn rock. Well, 2 whips kills both of these units. Hate the damn boulder. Well, hold up. What if I do this? Pushes the boulder out of the way. But then the Alpha Moth is still gonna... Yeah, it's still gonna hit a building. And I can't stop that from hitting a building at all. So, yeah, we're gonna let 1 grid power go. And, you know, it's just one of those things, I just don't really see a way out. And if we can't kill him, let's not even take the shot. We save all the other buildings, though. Pretty good. You're gonna do 3 damage. I have Technician, which means I could shoot and then, you know, get this guy down to 1 HP, but what's the point? Still not bad. I guess it would have killed you. Like it really matters. We'll probably go for the +2 grid power option here, because it's worth the most corporate rep technically. Deploy anywhere, not that important. Enraged shot is pretty good, but we don't have a science mech, so I'm just gonna take the grid defense up, go back up to 100% grid power. Arachnoid injector, well, if we really want it. It's very good. And we can get this thing doing 3 damage. Fire 2 artillery shots in different directions. Throw a rock. Rock remains as an obstacle. It can do up to 4 damage. We gotta think about this. Does it push? It looks like it does not push. With the double pilot, I think the electric whip is okay. Because that's a lot of chain damage through buildings and other enemies. Although I will say, it's tempting to go for like quick fire artillery. We can stand still, and then as long as there's enemies in a line, we can fire 4 shots. So 12 damage. throw a rock and then whip. The problem is power. It's free, I guess. Yeah, you know, we have a ranged attack as well as a whip, or we could use it to create a chain. But I'm more interested in this arachnoid injector. Because if I, do we have the power for it? Hold on. 2 power. We could put it on the combat mech, whip, and then if anything survives and is on a line, create a spider with the extra shot that could go out and then hit like another enemy. Because the big thing I think that I need is movement capabilities. Although if we're dealing with the final island, raw damage is probably the way to go, except our bomb is gonna be destroyed. Maybe that's okay. Maybe we let the bomb go, the Renfield bomb, and then just do it again, like guard it again, basically. Or we replace Artemis artillery, and then we have no movement abilities whatsoever, but we have spiders, which is something. Cascading resonator. God, that's so good though. But here's my thinking. Put it down. Like if you were right here and you're like, oh, I can't whip anything except 1 action, 2 action. Pretty good. It would absolutely wreck a building. Oh, wait a minute, what? It stops moving where you want. Oh, this changes everything. You can just drop it off and then use it as a chain. Like, oh, hey, I need a chain. Well, there you go. Or you can also just use it to freaking crunch an enemy and then use it as a chain. Oh, that's amazing. I really thought it would go until it hits an enemy, but no, it goes until you click. Where you clicked it, rather. So, yeah, rock launcher seems great. Don't take damage from blocking. That seems not important. Neither does, well, fire immunity is good, but we'll probably... I wanna see how this works. Quick fire rocket. So like from here. I like the fact that it pushes. We don't really use the cascading resonator with the whip. We don't need it. With double shot whip, I don't think we need the cascading resonator. I kind of like this because it pushes 2 enemies instead of 1 with the cascading resonator. So I think we're gonna take quick fire artillery on our cannon mech. Alternatively, again, we could give it to this unit and then not get the 5 damage missiles. You know what? What about? Sell? Oh, actually, hold on. Undo all. Sell. 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 Buy. Oh, we didn't buy the rock. But what I'm thinking is... Oh, it doesn't require the power. Now we've got a lot of damage on this unit and cascading. But quickfire artillery is definitely better than Artemis artillery. And then we still have cascading resonator and we still have electric whip. I kind of like it. If we undo all, we can buy everything we want. Gonna look like this, and then we still have 2 power, I think? What am I gonna do with your power? Hold up. I guess we'll give you the move. you can take +2 damage. So now this thing does 4 damage if you are boosted, and then you're gonna grab the rock. I kind of like it. Quickfire artillery I think is definitely better than Gemini missiles, but now you have a lot of capability to hit enemies and push them. You do damage and you do damage. So we still only have one enemy that can push, but I think we're okay because I think this is the end. We only have one island. We just have to survive it. So we'll try it. Leave island.